Welcome to our drop-in meditation session. My name is Regina. I am streaming this session live from Perth, Western Australia. I am a certified mindfulness therapist and trainer and teacher, and I'm also a clinical psychologist. And I have started providing these live meditation sessions last year in response to the COVID, to the pandemic, where we all had to, at certain points, stay at home, work from home, and kind of stay away from the community to prevent the spread of COVID-19. And as a gesture to, bring peace to this world, but also to heal and also to offer, to connect with another wherever we are and to support each other. And to support each other in this particular way. And I think from then on was not really my plan. We kind of really managed to meet nearly every day, weekdays. We had a few replies in between and short breaks, but overall, I think we made it up to 130 sessions in the end. From mid-March onwards, and I think that's quite an achievement, and that was only possible because of you. If you would not have joined me, I perhaps would have given in and said, "Oh, that's too hard," and it is hard enough to talk into the void, I must tell you. But now I know there are so many people out there benefiting, and also right now letting us know that they're here, and even again from Phoenix and Boston, and it's just an amazing thing to know that we can connect no matter where we are, and there are ways that we connect and form this community and get a sense of togetherness. So thank you so very much for continuing being part of this, rejoining the live meditation sessions for this coming year, but also for the newbies, which is quite exciting that there are a few new people perhaps signing up for it, maybe checking it out only once, and that's okay. There are so many resources available online, which is a good thing. So really, really check it out and see what works for you. And maybe it's not meditation in that sense every day. Maybe bring in some variety to relaxation, imagery, yoga nidra for deep relaxation, and there's so many other techniques out there that you can do to calm and relax and to stay tuned, and as a part of self-care and as a way of looking after yourself. In this context here, or in the live stream sessions, it's more about meditation with a focus on mindfulness and compassion, of course. And so that's what we want to do. And sometimes it may feel a little bit too advanced or boring or challenging or whatever. And just let me tell you, this is part of it. This is all part of it. And the invitation is, can you accept it being here? Can you accept the challenge? And can you commit and promise to yourself to be noble, to give in, and just stay in here and observe, to see clearly, to investigate the experience, to develop kindness, compassion towards acceptance, towards equanimity. So this is really our task for this coming year: refreshing, refilling, rejuvenating, developing, connecting, and spreading this into our communities. That's a very nice side product, isn't it? And today, I must say, I normally shouldn't or normally don't comment on international events or politics. I think it's a really good day that bring change and healing to the world, to our friends in America, to their communities, to everyone here who is part of this community from the US. But it goes so much beyond. It is an opportunity to bring healing to the entire world and reconnecting on this world level, which is really, really beautiful. And I think, and I don't know whether you agree, it would be nice to hear, I think we do our part here. We do our part. You do your part by simply pausing, stopping, and doing some self reflection, because that's what we often or others don't do. And by us doing this, creating this time, participating in meditation and related activities, it helps us to check in. Okay, so this is my story, this is my behavior, this is my reaction, and there are ways I can develop a different relationship with it without being reactive to the other person. But still perhaps expressing my concerns, but in the most kindest way, and of course with the intention and promise to never cause harm to oneself and the other. So, yes, love and peace to everyone, and thank you so much. And perhaps I've already taken a lot of time away, but I thought that was necessary to say. So, how about this week is really relaxation, imagery, visualization, a little bit of everything. And next week we will, and the week after, really dive into the meditation in a little bit more kind of formal way. I thought today, so what did we do? A bit of kind of yoga nidra stuff. Yesterday, imagery. The first day we did relaxation, and again it will be a combination. But I received a video yesterday from a friend and on WhatsApp, and I thought, oh, all these videos and resources and links you get on WhatsApp can be quite, yeah, sometimes too much. But nevertheless, I watched it and I managed to just not stop it, just watch it and to see, stay curious and explore. And that's the invitation for the practice of that. Stay curious. The video was about the 7 world wonders, and maybe you have seen that video. I wouldn't be surprised. It was in German though, but I think it was translated because there were a few issues. Nevertheless, the story goes like this, and this is the invitation for our session today. As you are settling in, taking your seat or laying down, the story goes, there is a class or there's a group of people who've been asked to write a list of what they think are the 7 world wonders. And it would be interesting what you think right now as you're taking your seat and settling in and finding a comfortable position. What makes it onto the list? The inspiring thing was that everyone did that list with the typical mention of places in the world. And then there was one person who didn't really write a lot, and was really sitting there and looked like contemplating and reflecting and thinking what she should write down. So she was approached by the person who invited everyone to make that list. And this person then said, well, I don't really know, because there are so many wonders. There are so many wonders in this world. I don't know how to make the decision, and I don't know, how to do this. And everything is actually a wonder. And then as she was talking, she kind of formed her view and shared that the stuff that we take so for granted, that is kind of insignificant because we don't pay attention, but it is actually significant because it keeps us going and living and moving and relating and connecting in this world and in this life, are our senses. So what she is saying, I'm taking you through as you're settling in, maybe closing the eyes fully, and let's walk through the wonders of life. But before we go there, perhaps coming into the quiet, and noticing as you're coming into the quiet what it feels like, just checking in. and being aware of the incoming breath and the outgoing breath. Maybe breathing in as deep or as shallow you want to breathe in. Breathing out as fast or as slow, just playing with that, right? But maybe if you can, as deep as possible, as slow as possible. And as you are aware of the breath coming in and out, feeling the body receiving the incoming breath, and feeling the body releasing the outgoing breath. Yes, and because I warmed you up now to the 7 world wonders, the invitation is, if that's okay, and you might say, oh, that's not what I'm here for, but maybe you do a little bit of contemplation in this quiet, in this relative stillness, in this body breathing itself by itself, noticing the sensations of the breath, allowing yourself a little bit to ponder about the 7 world wonders. What are yours? And I maybe hinted on that a little bit in that story by referring to this one person who actually said there are wonders everywhere. And she specified that a little bit more because she was asked to name a few. So, if you like, just do it with me. There is the wonder of seeing. And if you like, and if you have your eyes closed, open your eyes, taking in the visual field. See what you can see. Allow yourself to move your head, your eyes, to look around. What's in front of you? To the left, to the right, above, beneath. You can turn around. What's behind? Or just for the sake of now, what's in front of you? The visual cues, the forms, the shapes, the colors, the distance, the space. Seeing. Isn't that amazing? And how much this helps us orienting ourselves in the space we in the environment, in the world. And just being grateful for that you actually can see. You have eyes who see. Okay. The second wonder, even though, the numbers don't really have a meaning, but the second wonder is hearing. So perhaps to really have a more broader experience, closing the eyes, Maybe letting echo in the images that you've seen, the forms and shapes, and directing the awareness to hearing. This is such a wonder. And opening to the soundscape. Sounds, directions where sounds are coming from. The rhythm, the frequency, the sound of silence in between. The sound that is coming from within, maybe the sound of the breath. Hearing sounds, perceiving sounds as a faculty of hearing. Isn't that a miracle? And being grateful that this is the sense you are equipped with. And if it's a little bit difficult, if you're noticing you are hearing impaired or you're experiencing this, then being compassionate, but it's still possible, right? Okay, I'm just taking note of what it's like to explore the wonders of the world in this particular way. Another wonder that this person mentioned was touch. So, touching, feeling. Right now, as you perhaps have your eyes still closed, noticing the sensations of touch. Perhaps noticing your hands that are in touch with some other part of the body, maybe with a lap. Maybe the hands resting on a cushion, that soft touch, that sense of being held, warmth that is generated, that we need so much for being at ease, for feeling loved. Nourished. It's a very caring experience. You can even offer yourself a soothing touch, in particular crossing the arms in front of the body and just giving yourself a hug and feeling that touch and what this is generating inside. And it's also a way to explore the world, to feel the world in a different way, seeing, hearing, touching, getting an experience of the texture of this. And then shifting, letting go of this and shifting to another wonder is that you can smell. How amazing is that? What is it that you can smell right now? Often this is something that people really struggle with because they don't really pay a lot of attention to, but some have a very well-developed sense of smell. And just right now, as you're opening up to this sense, to this wonder, that you're able to smell. How is this happening? How do you know you smell? Taste of the air. Huh? Taste of food. The smelling taste of food. The smelling taste of fluids. Of this environment. Of this breath. The smell of life. Sweetness, bitterness. And then we can't help it. You might notice, there could be some saliva production. So the hint, there is another wonder, the wonder of taste. What is it that you can taste right now? How do you know what tastes quite nice? What doesn't taste so well? And actually the wonder is that if you would not slow down and pay attention to, you perhaps would not even know, right? So what is it that you're tasting right now as you bringing awareness to the sense of taste in the mouth? Maybe there's some aftertaste. So 5 wanders down, and they're not going away. Your wonders, our wonders. Another wonder is laughing, right? That's what she said. And when you just shift over and maybe laugh, right? Or just form that smile as another wonder. Smiling. Promise yourself to smile to yourself or at yourself. And what this generates as you form that half smile in your face, and how it's resonating and echoing. Oh, wow, wonderful. A gesture of kindness, friendliness, love, compassion. And it actually doesn't take much. And even if you think, I'm not in the mood, as you're forming this half smile, see what happens, how it's corresponding with the vagus nerve and in the body resonating. And another one, I said that already, is laughing. That's what she said. And said, oh no, yeah, laughing. To release. What's the beauty of laughing? It's just another way of sharing joy, experiencing joy, expressing it through laughing, having fun. Life is often too serious enough. And today is such a beautiful day, or this week, because there is a lot of change in the world. Always, but today is a very special day. So smiling, laughing, being happy about it. So these are the wonders this person came up with. And you perhaps can imagine when she presented her wonders of the world to the rest of the group, who just came up with a list of all these buildings and places in the world. Everyone was in awe, because that is it. And maybe another wonder is popping up for you right now, relevant right now. There's so many more wonders. So the invitation is look out for the ones that we've just gone through, experience them fully, pay attention to it, take in, be grateful, explore, investigate, and maybe you have some more. So, in a way, that was the kind of poem or the story woven into our practice. And before we conclude, perhaps resting in the awareness of the breath again. And if you like, putting your hands together in front of your chest, just as a gesture for thanking yourself for the practice, for being here, for your commitment. And as a way to conclude this practice, listening to the gong 3 times. Thank you. Have a good night's sleep. If it's the end of your day, wherever you are, I think the people in the US. Have a nice start into this fresh new day if you are in Europe. And have such a nice time if you somewhere in between, like here in Paris, halfway through. Be in awe, meet this world in wonder, and see the wonders that are happening to you every day. Don't take them for granted. Embrace them, fear them, notice them, welcome them, live them. Take good care, everyone. Yeah, that was lovely. And thank you so much for your feedback, for your donations as well. I really appreciate that. So, you all, please take care. And I hope I see you around maybe tomorrow, same time, same place. Goodbye for now.